So if you think about business operations as an ecosystem that has several key stakeholders involved, from customers and clients to employees to government to owners to the environment, and in some cases, many others, right? Um, what Kaizen does is helps to establish balance amongst those stakeholders, help to establish harmony, because a system that's operating out of harmony doesn't sustain as well, right? And we know that one of Toyota's key values is sustainment, long-term sustainment in the market, right? To build a healthy organization that can sustain over the long term. We think of cost savings, we think of growth, we think of all these things, but what all those add up to is a company that's going to be around a strong brand for the test of time. So how does Kaizen help develop respect for people? In a few key ways. First, by helping the organization adapt to constantly changing internal and external needs, right? So all of these stakeholders around the table have needs, and those needs evolve with time, right? Everybody's sort of reacting to the reality that they're facing, plus being proactive about achieving their goals and so forth. So their needs are changing. What Kaizen does is says, all right, we're going to stay adaptive to the market that we serve, or to the labor market that we use to run our business, or to the environment that's changing and so forth. So Kaizen basically gives the organization a level of adaptability to keep up with the times. The next thing it does is it helps leverage the contributions of all to the greater good. And I think that's a very important point, because if you look at the true definition of Kaizen, it is disciplining yourself for the greater good of the community, right? It's change for good, which we interpret as continuous improvement, but the more literal translation is self-discipline for the greater good of the community, right? And if you look at the community as the ecosystem that a business operates, right, it's looking at yourself and saying, how can we adapt to the current reality? And the last piece is eliminating exploitation and abuse. No one piece of this puzzle, or this ecosystem, should be proffering and or just growing, or growing wealthy or proffering at the expense or at the detriment of another piece of the ecosystem. That creates an unsustainable or imbalance within the system. So really what Kaizen is doing is, let's make sure everybody that we need or that we're part of this community is winning, right? It's creating a win-win situation all around. And in doing so, you're respecting the needs of others.